Xbox Series X and PS5 prices, release dates, and games are upon us, and one is looking a little better than the other for now. BD here, and as an Xbox guy since the 360 generation, I am sweating. I don't know how to feel. Listen, I'm gonna get an Xbox Series X, no doubt, but if we're looking at the launch of the next-gen consoles, PS5 is just on fire, despite the Series X having more power in the box.
So what's in the box?
First of all, prices and release dates. Xbox Series X is clocking in at $499 for the big guy with the disc drive and only $299 if you're going all digital because you hate Blu-rays. PS5 is also $499 if you want a disc drive, but checks in at $399 for the all digital edition. That's the one I pre-ordered, not because I hate Blu-rays. I love physical media. If you ask me, they can count as decorations around the house. But it was literally the last pre-order available in my city, and the PS5 showcase had me fired up. I had to have it.
It will be mine. Oh yes. It will be mine.
Now is when we get to the part which will result in some really friendly and level-headed conversations in the comments section. For me, there's no denying the Xbox controllers are better than the DualShock controllers, and the user interface for Xbox is laid out way better than PlayStation's, especially if you're using it for more than just gaming, which I do, not trying to brag, big streaming guy. And yeah, I'm ready to play more Halo and Gears of War, but it just definitely feels like PlayStation is trying way harder to get exciting exclusive games. Right now, PS5, if you ask me, they're blowing Xbox out of the water in that department. Xbox was supposed to have a home run with Halo Infinite, but they struck out. The graphics that we saw for that game are hardly up to par with the previous gen from 10 years ago.
Look at this photograph.
Seems like they were in such a hurry to unveil this thing that they forgot to actually make it up to current gen standards, so it is delayed until 2021, and that's a good thing. Hopefully that means they're gonna get it right and focus on games and quality before they're released, and that's why I think Xbox might end up being the winner in the long run, but it is not right now. Xbox also surprised everybody with the Fable announcement, and the trailer for Fable's new game looked great, and we've been waiting for another Fable game for who knows how long. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's no timetable for its release just yet. We just know it's coming. I will say Avowed looks like it could be a lot of fun with impressive graphics, and Forza Motorsport is gonna have graphics so good you might not even be able to tell what's real or computerized. But for the most part, the launch of the Series X doesn't really give me any sense of urgency to need to pick up the console, and I hate to say that.
You can't handle the truth.
Meanwhile, PS5 is just rocking it with a games lineup that is almost annoyingly good if you ask me. Spider-Man Miles Morales builds its own hype. It's follow-up to the Spider-Man game that pretty much all of us already played and know was great. And while it's not the size of an entire game, this Miles Morales thing is so clutch by Sony and Insomniac to make a game big enough to be exciting yet small enough to be delivered at maximum quality for the PS5 launch. Then during the PS5 showcase, they just casually drop a Hogwarts game as bringing us to the Harry Potter world, and it actually looks like a really good game based on books and movies we love. That never happens. Call it magic. Fortunately, it's coming to both next-gen consoles, so don't give PS5 too much credit there. Then, they casually drop a new Final Fantasy is coming to PS5 in the form of Final Fantasy 16, which, side note, am I the only one who sees the irony in a franchise having Final in its title 16 times? I haven't even mentioned Demon's Souls, which, although I will admit the gameplay does look a bit stiff, this really does seem like it could be an epic fantasy adventure. Oh, and by the way, God of War Ragnarok is coming too. Casual, right? Not that casual. This is a great lineup. There are some games which will be on both consoles, like the new Resident Evil and the next Dragon Age game, but overall, PlayStation's lineup is already looking more impressive, and Naughty Dog hasn't even revealed anything because they're still hungover from The Last of Us Part 2, which, if you hate that game, I'm not gonna fault you. It was infuriating, but great. Even as I say all of this, it is a little bit difficult to declare there is a clear winner of the launch. Both consoles are gonna be solid, and it's gonna come down to preference, which, in terms of controllers and interface, it's Xbox for me. In terms of raw power, which hasn't been tapped into yet, Xbox is gonna win that one as well. But if you're a fool like me who hates missing out on new things and wants to spend a bunch of money on a console and games to play it this year, and you have to choose one, it seems like the answer is PS5. At least for now. Damn you, Miles Morales.
Hey.
Okay, then.
Which console are you picking up on day one? Do you hate me for having an opinion? Share your thoughts in the comments section or send them my way on Instagram at BrandonDavisPD. And if you're watching Comicbook.com on YouTube, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything, and let us know what types of videos you want to see in the future. Head over to Comicbook.com/gaming for more info from our great team of geniuses. I'm BD. I'll see you there.